What's up guys, on this episode we will install a backup camera, and here it is. As you can see, it is an integrated type, and this is the license plate light, and this is the stock light of it. I have a spare. I know the car is actually small for it to have this kind of feature, but we have the head unit installed. We have a monitor right there, so why not use it? So it will be fun to have this. So let's go guys and install this. Alright guys, the camera has been mounted already, and our next goal will be to have the video cable and one piece of wire coming from this point and up to your dashboard. That one piece of wire will be for positive connection, and the negative connection is same as the power of spoiler. I will include the link of the video in the description below, so be sure to check it out. We have decided not to use the provided video cable on the camera, and what we have here is a professional grade video cable. So let me show it to you. We have the rosy OFC cable. The plugs of these are coated in gold for a better signal transmission and extra protection for corrosion. As you can see, it is pretty thick for the application, but it should be okay since it is flexible enough. This came from Japan. We will be using it just to get the best out of the camera. Then right here, this is an 18 gauge wire. We will be using this for the reverse signal and as well as for the power of the camera. This is what we have done so far. So we have the positive and negative and the video cable. They were bundled together, and we use an OEM corrugated tube for the insulator. So right there, for the video cable and positive connection, we have additional 2 wires here. This 14 gauge wire and another 18 gauge wire, and these are for other accessories that will be covering soon. So we'll just have to run this wire going on the dashboard. Here's the harness that we made when we installed the Pioneer head unit, and this violet with white stripe is the reverse wire. So I just added a male connector on this wire, and I added a wire from here up to the fuse box. So these 2 wires will be connected to each other, and then on the fuse box we will tap there the reverse signal. Currently we are looking at the fuse box, and this yellow wire right here, this is the wire that we added, which is connected on the reverse signal of the head unit. So we will tap this on the fuse box, and the wire that we'll have to tap into is this red wire, this one. It is the lowest right terminal on this connector. This is the wire tap connector that we will use. It's an OEM connector for the optional accessories, and we will add a fuse on it. So this is the fuse holder. For the fuse, we will use a 1 ampere. We already tapped the connector, so it's right here now, and we'll just have to add a male connector on this one and then plug it on this female connector. It is now connected, and we wrap the connectors with Tesa tape. We'll just have to tap this in, and we're good to proceed on the power source. The fuse holder is now hidden up in there, and as you can see, our installation is pretty nice and neat. So let's proceed on the power source. This is the wire that we have for the camera, and what we are going to do is to tap this as well on the power source that we did when we installed the head unit. So we have the power coming from the cigarette lighter. This is the positive connection. We use a 2 ampere fuse, and as you can see, as of now we don't have insulator on this wire. We will leave it as it is for now, since we do not have yet the other accessories. Once we have completed those, we will use a corrugated tube to tap all the wires together. For the power source, we will not use the plug that it came with the camera. We will use an aftermarket one, so we can have an 18 gauge wire all the way through. We'll just have to crimp the connectors right here and plug them right there. For the negative, it is already connected, same as the spoiler, and as you can see, we have a clean connection. We have all the wires wrapped with the corrugated tube. And for the other end of this video cable, you just have to plug it in on your monitor with the RC in, which means reverse camera input. Here's the instruction manual, guys, if ever you have trust issues. So right here it says camera and blah blah blah. So right here we have the brown RC in, and it's for the rear view camera, and the violet white is for the reverse gear signal input. All the wires are now bundled, and they were tied together with the existing harness. We're almost done. We'll just have to install back everything, and we're all good. The head unit is now installed, and we're about to test the camera. For the installation, there are also other methods, and the average installation is that they connect the camera power source from the taillights. So you'll have to tap on there for your reverse signal, and as well as for the power, they are coming from a 1 source. So the camera is only on when you are switching to reverse gear. But in our case, we are getting the power from the accessory. It's because we have the option to view the camera even without switching to reverse gear. So right there. And this is very helpful, especially if you're on a parking and you want to check on something, but you don't want to switch on reverse gear, because obviously that will gonna tell people that you're about to reverse. So with this one, you can check behind without triggering your reverse light. So there. And for the automatic reverse, let's test it out on neutral. So there, this is how the camera looks like when installed. And by the way, this is the JDM garnish. It's for the power trunk, so at the push of a button you'll be able to open your trunk We will be covering this very soon, so be sure to stay tuned. So right there. One of the advantage of this is you do not have any metal part exposed, so you don't have the worries of getting them rusted.